Good morning, people of Dreamworld. I only see my friends here. The rest of you, All right, so good morning. I'm Dennison. It was my fault I picked this time this early, so this is my fault. I've brought this upon myself. What a tragedy. So I'm going to do it really quickly, just to make life easy. We're going to start with a few jokes. Just to liven the crowd up a bit. Do a little crowd work here. Where are you guys from, huh? Fly in? Nice. That guy looks like he flew in. Who's from Turkey? Guy behind the camera. All the guys who aren't interested in what I'm talking about, they're all here. They're right. All right. So I'm going to get into it. I'm Dennison from Tally. My presentation is about getting DAOs paid, because DAOs today are kind of rough if you participate in them. So a little bit about DAOs. DAO control protocol revenue right now is in the hundreds of millions per year. The TVL of DAOs is well over $30 billion. And all the leading DeFi, scalability, staking, and social protocols are already DAOs, right? So not only are DAOs sort of like a nice idea, but DAOs are actually operating the important parts of the infrastructure of our ecosystem. So all protocols need to be DAOs. DAOs need the credible neutrality, the decentralization, and the competitive advantages of being a DAO. Here at Tally, we're one of the market-leading tools for running a DAO, and DAOs really use us to upgrade their protocols, reinvest all that money that they've got, and control their treasuries. So we've been really working hard at helping to unleash DAOs. DAOs have been kind of having trouble previously, but as you can sort of see through the bear market, we're really helping to activate these organizations. They're starting to spend a ton of money and get a ton of stuff done. And on our platform alone, they've moved over $250 million, most of it just within the past 10 months. So in the depths of the bear market, actually these organizations don't even know it's a bear. Nobody's told them it's a winner. They're just out there building. So what's really important here is that DAOs actually power all layers of the stack. Folks probably don't really think about this very much, but DAOs are about to capture all of the Ethereum ecosystem. The entire thing. Everything you've ever built. DAOs started with DeFi, but now they govern actually all the layers of the stack. You have the staking protocols, the sequencers, data availability, rollups, bridges, interop, the ZK coprocessors will have to decentralize, the oracles, and of course all the way up to the app layer. So if you think about it, even a substantial portion of ETH is now controlled by DAOs, right? So it's been captured by the community, by the people we love and hold dear to our hearts, right? So this is what we want. This is what we want. We want all these core primitives, the infrastructure, all of Web3 to be run and owned by the community. This is what the goal of decentralization was all about. DAOs are getting serious stuff done. Hear that? Serious stuff. These are serious organizations, man. So, but who is creating all these proposals, getting stuff done? Who's working to pass these proposals, getting stuff done? Who's planning the community calls? Delegates, that's who. Delegates. The people working in these organizations, for the most part. Sometimes it's foundations. But you know what? These mofos are not getting paid. These mofos are working for free. Have you ever gone up to Citibank and been like, yo, I'm going to stay up all night for you. I'm going to read your quarterly reports. I'm going to look into the new technologies that you're using to shuttle billions of dollars around. I'm going to help your investors get rich. I'm going to do it for free. Unpaid internships. Unpaid internships everywhere. That is the state of DAOs today, right? And there aren't a lot of great solutions around this yet. So I'm going to talk pretty briefly at this point, because I'm losing my voice, about something here at Tally that we're trying to start making normal the process of getting paid for your hard work. Because one of the biggest problems in getting delegates paid, getting people who are working in DAOs paid, is that there's no social norm around getting paid. We have this social norm that people are here for the vibes, and you should be able to eat the vibes, get your vitamin C from the vibes, get all your protein from the vibes, pay your rent from the vibes, but you don't get anything from your vibes, right? You can't live off vibes. You need to get paid. But it's very hard to ask for money because every time someone goes, this person, let's say, is super qualified. Every time someone's super qualified in a DAO, they go and they say, hey, I built this recursive ZK proving algorithm to generate some sort of factorial on the weighted analysis of the staking protocol, and I would like to get paid. Someone goes, my Uncle Rick back in Iowa could do it cheaper, right? Every time someone says, hey, I live in San Francisco and my rent is $400,000 a month, someone says, tough shit, you should have lived somewhere else. We're not paying you. Thank you very much for your free work, right? There's a problem. We need to build social norms around getting that man paid for his hard work, right? So delegates power the DAO ecosystem, but they're not paid. They're unpaid interns. And that's not right, and that's not fair. And if you ever talk to people about DAOs, they're like, yo, DAOs don't work, voter apathy. Yeah, no shit. I'd be apathetic too if I was working for free. How many times I gotta go out there and wrangle all these horses and nobody pays me, right? That's bullshit, right? So we have to create social norms around getting paid, and we need to take away the stigma for asking to get paid, and we have to make it easier to properly evaluate who should get paid, right? Because it shouldn't just be delegates. There's a lot of other people out there, right? What about the community manager, right? What about that guy or that girl or whoever else in the Discord who deals with all that crap that comes in on Discord all day, all night, every time zone? Who's paying them? No one. That shit's unpaid. They get NFTs. NFTs. You ever gone to the supermarket and tried to buy your fucking groceries with NFTs? Right? Bullshit. So experiment time. Here at Tally, we're trying an experiment called proposal rewards. Right? Rewarding people. And I had to take a little bit of a moment to talk deeply about the coolest thing, retroactive public goods funding. Woo! You're about to hate me. All right? Who up there likes retroactive public goods funding? I'm talking about this dude and that dude, him right there. You like retroactive public goods funding? You like it? Right? Nah. You're wrong. Have you ever, who's been to college? Raise your hands if you got an education. All right. I only see a couple hands in there. Not surprised. You all take JPEGs for payment. No surprise. Look, when I was in college, freshman year, we get to school and Citibank is waiting for us. In front of the dorm room, Citibank says, yo, welcome to the University of Pittsburgh. We got a great-ass deal for you. What's the deal? The deal is, all right, 100 of you stupid freshmen, we're going to give you $100 and a voice stream subscription. If you don't remember voice stream, yeah, it was a cell phone provider. You get $100 and a cell phone for whoever signs up the most motherfuckers on a credit card. Right? It's like 100 of us going around Pittsburgh signing up kids from Kansas who don't know any idea about debt to credit cards so that one of us can get $100 and a cell phone. What does Citibank get out of that? They get 100-ass kids selling up 100-ass kids to credit cards. And you know what we got? Retroactive public goods funding. That's what we got. at the very end, Citibank said, well, thank you very much for your hard work. Thank you for everything you've done for us. Thank you up there. Thank you up there as well. You better be back. Now I was just scared, right? And only one person got the retro PGF. Now, I'm not completely knocking retro PGF, but you cannot pay your rent on a promise that someday someone's going to think about what you did and pay you for it, right? That's a hard way to live. And if we're scaling organizations worth billions of dollars, we can't have hundreds of people working for free hoping they're going to get a cell phone at the end or some JPEGs or tokens that might even be vesting. How many times have you gone to the supermarket, worked your cashier job, and your manager told you are making $8 an hour and we're going to vest that shit over a year? Right? Can you imagine working like that? Simone, Shannon, can you imagine vesting your cashier job for a year? All right. Well, like I said, it's rough out there, right? So what we're trying to do is we're experimenting with proposal rewards. We got to get a way to get people paid for their hard work in real time when they're getting the work done. It's not fair to be asking for people to work for free. It's not fair to ask for people to get lucky and hopefully get recognized later, right? Because we're not going to be able to scale organizations worth hundreds of billions of dollars, making hundreds of millions in protocol revenue here, securing $30 billion in TVL today. And this is a bear market. These are bear market numbers, right? What is it going to look like in a bull market when it's 10x? See, look, I'm too loud for them. They're like, shit, right? 10x that, right? We're talking about in a bull market, think at a minimum that these protocols are going to have, what, 300 billion, 10x, 3 trillion, right? We're talking crazy numbers of money, and people are not going to get paid for their work, right, in real time. That's rough. So we're experimenting here at Tally with proposal rewards, an idea of splitting a reward for getting a proposal passed. Now, this isn't the best way of doing it, right? There's a lot of other ways you could potentially do that. But in DAOs, there isn't really a universal measuring stick by which to figure out if people doing things that are useful. It's really hard to figure that out. Some of the things that we do, we're not going to know the effects of it for until years later, right? When your retro PGF 2435 grant comes around, shit, you're already homeless, right? You and your JPEGs under the bridge waiting for your big-ass day, and when that grant comes in, that shit's going to vest for another year, right? You get to hold all the way down in the next bear market. That's what you get for all your hard work, right? So in proposal rewards, the way it works is really, really simple. We're starting really simple with this experiment. Basically, if you are creating a proposal, you come on and you say, hey, here are all the bros and brodettes and everyone in between who have helped out in getting this proposal passed. You, in public, say, me and a bunch of other people worked hard on this to get paid, and we would like to split a percentage of the money that's going through this so that I can actually continue to live, right? No one should be doing this work as a side hustle. You're not some barista at Starbucks being like, yo, at night, though, I'm a quant analysis for some big-ass DAOs. The fuck is that, right? So you get to share the fee with DAO tools as well. That's where we come in, particularly me, because I don't want to live under a bridge either, right? Somebody's got to pay me too, right? So we need to start normalizing paying for the people who make proposals passing, paying for the tools that help us get proposals passed, get work done. Have you ever imagined that you could use Google Docs for free? Of course. It's always free. You know why? Because you're paying for it with everything about your life, right? We're not doing that in Web3. In Web3, we're saying, hey, we're not going to monetize your data. But you ain't going to monetize either. You're just going to die homeless. And that's bullshit, right? We got to get better at this. So this is our first experiment, proposal rewards. How can we create social norms? We think other people should be creating experiments around how we can create social norms for getting paid too. Not everyone is willing to come up on a microphone at 9 in the morning or 10. I don't know what time it is. They're not all willing to come up here and say, pay me, right? It's hard. A lot of people are trying to do good work out there, and they don't need the anxiety, the insecurity of having to beg in front of an audience of 100,000 token holders to get paid at a fair market rate. Because we all know what happens in the forums. No one thinks you're worth the money that you're charging, right? If you remember that Uniswap proposal a long time ago about paying a bunch of lawyers in DC, right? First of all, I think they should have given more money because it turned out they were right, to be honest. But everyone's like, yo, down by, Karen's Chinese shop and the Poodle shaving station, there's this lawyer dude. He could be our lawyer for $5. And they didn't want to pay lawyers real money. We can't let that happen. That's not how things really get budgeted. That's not how things really get paid. That's not how we make DAOs the serious organizations that they actually are. We have to improve that. So I would definitely love feedback. We're really early in this. We've added this to Tally recently because we're like, YOLO, these mofos need to get paid. We need to get paid. We don't want no JPEGs. Let's get in on this. If you have feedback, I'm really interested in your feedback. I'm sure everyone out there's got a hot take. I love hot takes. I decided to do a hot take this morning because nobody was coming over to listen to me. I got all y'all in here for my hot takes. It's the swearing, the profanity that really drew you in. I know, it's close to my heart. So please share feedback. I'll be over here drinking coffee, trying to revive my anima from the core of my heart. We need to find ways that the people who participate in these decentralized organizations can live from participating in these decentralized organizations. These are companies that are on chain. I mean, not really. They're more like friend groups with a shit ton of money. But we still have to acknowledge the fact that we're working for free, and there's a lot of people in here who need support, right? That's how we're going to attract top quality talent. That's how we're going to attract folks that otherwise got to go work at Goldman Sachs. Because you know what? Goldman Sachs doesn't vest that shit. They pay you every month. You don't live under a bridge. They got no JPEGs, right? So I'm Dennison Bertram, co-founder here at Tally. Come talk to me about proposal rewards. Get your ass paid, all right?